Welcome back. Had a little think about what I did in the first video, and I might change it up a bit. Trying to keep up with all the dialogue is a lot, especially knowing how much is coming right now. Like this is a half an hour of guys talking about the armor they're wearing. It's riveting stuff. So rather than parrot every single word on screen, we might synopsize a bit and talk about other things. This is the strike team meeting we were promised at the end of the last video. The recap is that we're part of a combined scientific and military team to enter a zone in the Antarctic, which seems to be another dimension encroaching on ours. And the purpose for our visit is so we can work out how to destroy it. And that's why we have these new Demonica suits. They're viable here in the Schwarzwelt. Crewman Jimenez we like. This is one of the reasons I don't want to continue doing all the voices, because I've got no idea how to do a Mexican-American accent. I would have to watch Better Call Saul over and over again and study it. Albuquerque Conman. He's from a Blue Jet. That's for military craft. You know, I really like this character. He's very human. He's a bit resentful, dismissive. He says things which are in a bad taste, very bad taste at times, and he can be cowardly. He immediately forms negative opinions of the people he meets. He's a person. For all his flaws, I do very much enjoy the man. Don't worry, it says AI there. The game's from 2009. It's not going to convince you to hang yourself in your wardrobe. This is benevolent AI from science fiction. And that's one of the reasons I like Jimenez. That's the sort of thing he'd say now, right? Maybe. He might. So he's telling us about his new phone. Look at all these features. The new phone smell. We know, Jimenez. We're wearing one. I wonder how we would demonstrate how it works. Just walk back and forwards. Try to imagine I'm in a harsh Antarctic landscape. Clank, clank, clank. Gore does not approve of Jimenez's sharp tongue. Thank you, Crewman Jimenez, your personal philosophy aside. He's not here for gratitude. He knows how temporary that is. Yes, this is we're going to fill in a short quiz, the result of which is a specialization to one of your attributes. It's a lot like Fire Emblem's level up stat weights, in that you get a slight advantage to a thing. But if you have played Fire Emblem, and you may well have done, especially that GBA one, you might have noticed that even though it's likely that you should go up in your favorite attribute, it doesn't mean that you will in your own playthrough. It is very random. Use a knife. This is SNT. We'd have a sword. I don't know how to use a knife. I mean, I know how to make a basic sandwich. Your military standard sandwich, a bit of butter and ham. You can spring for some pickle if human resources allow. So make the whole team hate you for the sake of vengeance, not even justice, just vengeance. Oh, I selected find a way to do both. That's a nonsensical answer. I don't know why I put that. Some people call the main character of this game Doom Guy. And in the theme of Doom Guy, we would simply search the dungeon for more supplies. You know, I adore Doom. I've spent so long playing custom Doom levels, Doom 2 especially, making my own, making music for them. But it's funny that I'm talking about a Nintendo game here now, essentially. This was on the DS. I spent my whole life obsessing about Amiga, the Atari ST, DOS games, all the classic Euro stuff where the music and art was a thing, and the theme. Like, gameplay is like number 4 or lower on the list of priorities for the things I like. But here we are, recording a video about a role-playing game with a very well-done combat system. It's sort of out of character for me. Yes, we'll succeed in the Schwarzwelt. This is an SMT game, and as such, nothing can go wrong, and we will not stray from the plan. Speed support. Yeah, that's... You could call that the worst one. A lot of the time your main character is going to be using healing items in battle, and you get a big speed boost to that no matter what. So having higher speed, I mean, I hope it gives you evasion. I guess that would make sense. A little evasion, a little accuracy, because the debuff, buffs and debuffs matter in this game a lot. Sukukaja, or something like that. We might be relying on that in a few boss fights, but that's a long way off. Okay, we've got a little hint menu. If you've missed the things I've explained, you can go look it up in it's basically an online manual. You can get through the game without looking at it, but it does help to for a few little side quests. A few passwords. This game's got a system where you can input a password and it adds a collectible monster, a demon, to your compendium, which you can then buy and add to your team. So you can share your demons with other players. Yeah, we're American. He's gonna make fun of us now. La, la, da, 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 da. Semper Fi, right? We're not gonna shake his hand. That'd be out of character for him. We haven't been to these other places. They become later when you get into the main game loop. The opening of the game is very storybook. You can't really get off the path. So you go to places out of turn, it tells you to go back to where you should be. But it doesn't take too long before you're in the main thrust of things. You can go anywhere. Intelligent life in just Schwarzwelt. Na 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 la na. A rumor. I think it's gonna turn out to be true. I just got a feeling. Hammerschmidt, German. So I am pronouncing it right. I know American, you would just say Schwarzwelt. But Schwarzwelt, that's more of a German style pronunciation, right? I think so. I'm reasonably confident. I do want to pronounce the things in this game correctly if I can. I'm sure it'll break down at some point. I can barely pronounce English. I can barely do accents. I live under a bridge. I eat rotten potatoes out of a barrel. I scare billy goats. I'm siphoning electricity from an RAF base just to upload this video. So that question's above our pay grade. It's like, Mom, you want to see my military drill? I have no idea what you're talking about. Should I march up and down? We're not committing. We don't know. It should take a while for the character to come out of their shell. Zelenin's very clinical, and we'd be like, huh? What? I do like that the characters are fairly human. They're not too memey. Like, they're not telling jokes for no reason. They're not doing inappropriate things to the scenario. They're just being themselves. And the character you're playing has even less of a personality than that. You know, you're just there. You can make little decisions from time to time, but you don't have a voice. And what you do really comes out in your play style, how you prepare or under-prepare for situations, which of the monsters you use, and what you prioritize when you're wandering around. Which I like. Very akin to old late 80s, 90s role-playing games where you just get a party of characters, they move as one, and they don't really express themselves. It leaves the storytelling up to you. Of course, this game's got a grand narrative, and it's very good. It unfolds in surprising ways, but not swervy ways, but just fascinating developments. Every time something cool can happen, it does. So I guess it isn't like a 90s role-playing dungeon crawler. But in mechanic, and when you're left to your own devices, it does feel like one. It's a bit SMT1, it's a bit wizardry, a bit might and magic. Okay, so we're finally entering the Schwarzwelt. Owing to our extreme military efficiency and well-prepared nature, the following insertion into the zone is going to go swimmingly. We're going to get all 10s from the judges. No foreshadowing. But honestly, if you've ever seen The Thing, if you've ever seen a disaster film, oh, it's so worth. And if the approach is a little cliche, it's because what follows goes off the rails in a wonderful way. I think that's the one we're on. Ooh. We're being flicked out of the sky casually, that a lightning god. That makes you feel secure in humanity's ability to overcome. We thought we were going to have such an easy time. What's wrong indeed? Okay, it's the other ships falling out of the sky. Abnormal flux. It's a Star Trek scenario. There's been some sort of tachyon spasm. We should recalibrate the disc, the dorsal. Oh man, I don't remember the terminology. But we could solve it very, very calmly with engineering if we weren't also about to crash land. Abnormal flux. Here it is. Organic defense system. How much does Alpha know? I like this guy's got like a ball bearing for his mind. And this is outside normal parameters, so it's nonsense. This could never happen. The thing that's happening right now, it cannot happen. He seems fairly calm. Oh, he seems even more calm. We're fighting, man. He's doing his Jimenez impression, but I'm not as convinced. I'm not afraid to die. Also doing my Jimenez impression. Hot-blooded, passionate type. No, I saved 15 minutes ago. So I feel like I've got a lot of insurance if the worst comes to the worst. So we lose contact with the other 3 ships immediately. That's the first thing that happens on the expedition. And then... yes. We are falling out of the sky. The navigation. The ship's still moving, Arthur. Well, luckily it's all going to be snow down there, right? A huge gravitational field below us. My guess is that's the ground. That is the best possible thing it could be. I hesitate to guess what else it could be. Evasive maneuvers. We don't have thrusters. It was inevitable. Ooh. Seem to have found yourself in an unfamiliar room. I forgot that these guys showed up so early. That's interesting. Three gentlemen sitting here with me. What fruitless things do humans attempt? Do we know who it is they are dealing with? They cannot. If they did, they would not attempt this. 'Tis true, after all, there is no stopping the world's end. It seems one of them has found his way in here. Leave him. He is but a soul that will soon crumble. No, this man, he may prove interesting. Now that you mention it, he does look like a hardy one. His soul will not be devoured so easily. If the two of you say so, I will let your opinion sway me. Up, young man, we shall send you back. But first, tell us your name. Magpie. Greg Magpie. How wonderful. What a fantastic name. Now then, Greg Magpie, here in this blasted land of ruin, what will you find? A light illuminating the way to the future? The fires of destruction? Or perhaps... But first you must fall. Fall and struggle. If a glimmer of hope exists within you, show it to us. Hey. Hey. Hey, Magpie. God, it's so good. I'm so glad I chose that surname. Tell no one of what you saw here. Though we shall seal this memory away, so you would be unable to in any event. So there's already people behind the curtain. And when they suggested that defenses of a Schwarzwelt were organic, that definitely strengthens their theory. But we're not allowed to tell them, are we? The memory's already been sealed. I was in cardiopulmonary arrest. No, I was in a cutscene. Well, I guess he's still breathing. Magpie, can you move? Oh yeah, we're on a strike team. This is when our role kicks in. We have to run back and forwards and look busy now. This ship has suffered a system crash of unknown causes while entering the Schwarzwelt. Oh, so is he. I let this one hang for a long time, didn't I? Lost control of the ship and made a crash landing. Arthur's down as well. How am I meant to live when ChatGPT's old chatbot has been replaced? No. The strike team mobilized. That's us. Report to the command room. Oh, that's true. The power's down. So we need the suits on in any case. Just for some sort of environmental filtering, I suppose. Guess we're in the Schwarzwelt. It's smooth it and groove it. Let's do that. Let's do exactly that. Its sprite is no longer functional. Gravitation. Into a gravitation. All the ships been separated. Hey. And they're the ones meant to be doing all the science. All we are is a bunch of grunts. Well, we're the command ship, so we've got officers with us too. It's not much help when we can't use any of the functions of the ship. Separator. I like that as this progresses, you find out there's more and more stuff on this ship that you hadn't expected. They prepared for more than just an expedition to the South Pole. There's something sinister going on. Just about anyone who can have a sinister motive in this plot has one. But it all unfolds in time. Artificial claws. He's starting to believe. The decks. Oh man. Why in God's name are you opening the hatch? Belay that right now! That's our guy Terry. So we should be coming up to the end of this session. This is sort of a cliffhanger. I do want to, when this gets going, when we get used to all the music that's in the game, I want to put in some of my own music as well. And when we catch some of the monsters I like, I might try to draw them. Or draw my own versions of them. I think it'd be fun to get a little creativity into this. That's the sort of thing I enjoy. So people might find it a little off-putting to bring in like a mixed media approach, try to turn it into a more creative enterprise, but I think I'll probably do it anyway. La la la. La, na, na, na. So that's all for this time. And I promise next time we'll do some fighting. We will draw the sword.